What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys. Not a marker watch. It's getting crazy out there. I mean, the amount of tournaments we cannot participate in has now been extended up until May 10th, confirmed by Konami themselves. And I would have did a market watch yesterday, but I've been really preparing for the virus, the pandemic, however you want to call it, the whatever, a little bit worse than the flu, or you want to call it the us being locked down, all that stuff. Guys, stay to the end of the video. I'll tell you what I'm personally doing, and the reason why I couldn't actually make a video yesterday, I just didn't have the time to. But we are now seeing a lot of events being canceled. In fact, you can go over here, the Eternity Code premiere, the event Konami was so excited about, us players were excited about, is canceled. Not postponed, not maybe, possibly not happening, canceled. YCS Hartford and YCS Charlotte are postponed. They'll probably be, Konami's just gonna go next year and be like, oh look, we're doing them this year, and every year you play is like, okay, whatever, Konami. But they are currently postponed. Realistically, they're canceled. Next is YCS Pasadena, which I am fairly confident will be postponed as well. And then we have for us YuGiOh players here in the States, Nationals, in which it's currently in the air. And I think I had more optimistic opinion about YuGiOh Nationals, about it firing off. Looking at the Eternity Code premiere being postponed, I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't get North America Worlds WCQ, which would be absolutely mind-boggling. This has never happened. Then again, multiple YCS events being postponed never happened. A YuGiOh a premiere or a sneak peek, that never happened. So a lot of weird things are happening. The most weirdest thing to happen right now is the market. I mean, think about it, guys. You got cards like Magician Souls being $140, taking down the value. But I will say this card is starting to tick back up. The current market price of Magician Souls is $82, but it is ticking back up to $93 to $95. Now, if you want to buy a German version of the card, you can spend $88, still higher than its $82 market price. And the reason why this card is still high, relatively, on the market, is because if you're looking to play a Moonlight variant in the new Master of 5, you can find a locals that will host you, or YuGiOh players just getting ready for Nationals, this is the card you need. Which is kind of crazy because, I mean, Konami just needs to hit other cards, and then this card doesn't become that playable. It loses its value. But it's an investment, and the market's being clean of it. Nobody wants to dump their Magician Souls. YuGiOh players are still holding on to the Magician Souls. And then we have Dragon Maids. Good to know that in the apocalypse, weebs still weebing it out. Kitchen Dragon Maid with a $46 market price is roughly around $48. Then you got Nurse Dragon Maid being around $25, still around $25. Good to know, guys. Food? Psh, I got waifu pillows. Okay, up next, guys, looking at IP Masquerade, it's obviously going down in value. We all knew this was gonna happen. I've been talking about this for literally weeks. Look at the current market price of IP Masquerade being roughly around $42. Unlimited copies are about $39. It's not tanking yet, but it is ticking down instead of ticking up, which it was doing before. IP Masquerade is a great card, and I think we'll still see play in Master Rule 5 in the new meta we should be entering in. Allegedly, been heard about. Maybe one day we'll be able to play that meta. But what's going to happen with Masquerade is it's not going to see play in a bunch of decks, just some decks. And since YuGiOh players don't need it as much, they're going to throw it on the market. That's what we're seeing here right now, and that's where the value is going down. Looking at also at Starleaf Seafree with a $40 market price. Unlimited copy, we got one over here for about $36. Then you got a first edition version about $37 roughly for Seafree. This card, I've been saying it for a while when it was 20, 25, it's gonna be going up, and we saw it tick up with the Dragon Rockets. I don't think that's gonna slow down. I think in Master of 5, this is still a good card. Up until we get a balance, which is, by the way, we should be getting a balance within 2 weeks. We're getting a new game mechanic within 2 weeks. Konami might extend that balance happening due to the fact that since nobody can really play, they'll just leave it as is until we get more, maybe near the end of next month. But if they go by the same route, the same setup as they've been going with every kind of release of maybe a new game mechanic, we'll just say, then we should be seeing a new balance come out soon. But but realistically speaking, due to the pandemic, that might not happen. So do not be surprised if we're in the middle of next month and we don't have a balance. I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever. But hopefully we do get one early. As early as possible. Maybe today. Looking at Striker Dragon coming out of Cast Impact with an $18 market price. The card's roughly around $18. This is just because of Dragon Links. There's different variants of Dragon Links. and there are variants that use Strike a Dragon. It's just a kind of board. It just throws up all these cards, and if you go out, you basically win because they burn through the whole extra deck. If you play hand traps like Joel and Lockbird, and you resolve it, you basically win against them. But if they resolve that board, you just can't. You can't beat it. It's just not gonna happen. Abomination's Prison is still $14. I mean, it's under its $15 market price, but no, this card should not be where it is. It should be way lower. I want to personally build on chain. I want to get the deck because the deck's like $1. This is still insanely high in value. This will go down in value, and then I'll come back around and talk about you picking this card up. This most likely will be a card that could be reprinted in the Mega Tin. And then we have Appaloosa Boulder Goddess coming out of Rising Rampage, $113 market price. Looking at the card right now, it's $100 on the market for Appaloosa. The faith in Appaloosa is tanking, but I will say, I'm gonna say right now, this card might be a Mega Tin promo card. I think it's very likely that it will be. But looking at Appaloosa Boulder Goddess, I also do think that this card is going to be used at Nash. So anyone selling this card more than likely is going, hey, we're not having nationals, and they're just dumping the card early. $100, they're just dumping it early. So I kind of get what they're saying, but at the same time, if we do have nationals, you're gonna need to buy this card up again, and Appaloosa is gonna go up in value. Watch it. If we get nationals, this will be the first card to spike in value, 100%. If we get the Worlds, that's gonna have the YCS, that can also happen as well. As it stands right now, those events most likely won't happen, but things can always change. Also, we have Mech Knight Crusader Avermax, another card out of Dark Neostorm, $29 market price. It's roughly around $27 to $28. To be honest with you, if we was on track for Yu-Gi-Oh, regular scheduled Yu-Gi-Oh play, this card would not be 27. This card would be going up in value because the Infinite Negate Lunar Light, unless touched by the ban list, would be one of the best decks in the game. It's very easy to do. It's very the decks for the most part are cheap to do if you want to play Dangers instead of the Magician Souls. And this is one of the cards you end on, forcing your opponent to attack Mech Knight Crusader Avermax. That's why you make this card instead of the rest of the Infinite Gate. I'll probably do a video about the Infinite Gate and show you guys what the board and the reasonings and all that stuff. Moving forward though, we have Mystic Mind coming out of Dark Neostorm with a $7 market price. The card is almost there, $7. Konami, hit this card. Like, I understand we're in a pandemic, whatever, sure, kinda, you know, world killing disease. Okay, I get it, whatever. Crush Guard virus. But Mystic Mind, come on, bro. Before the world ends, can we at least say you did one thing right, Konami? And that's ban Mystic Mind. Up next, we have Infinite Track Harvester. Now, this card out of Infinite Chasers with a $12 market price actually is roughly around $18, almost near $19 for Infinite Track Harvester. Yeah, once again, these are very few cards that are going up in value. Now, I really don't know. If you do know, comment down below, but it is going up in value. Then we have Barlow Savage Dragon with a $41 market price. The value right now is $43, and that's for a Japanese one. So now hold on 1 second. The value actually for an English one is about $48. You can get an unlimited one for $43. But if you want an English one, you're looking at about $48 for Barlow Savage Dragon. It's his best synchro in Master Rail 5. I've been saying it for a while. The card at one point was it $30 or $40, I believe it was. I ran in and grabbed mine. I made a video about it. I told you guys to go and grab yours as well. This card's gonna continue to go higher. Good reprint, by the way, for the upcoming Mega Tins. Then we have OTS 1 Pack 12. These are cards that are going down in value, but really should if you think about it. Like, look at Solemn Judgment with a $67 market price. You get it right now for $60. This card is going to bounce back. It's going to go up in value. Twin Twisters with a $58 market price is $53. These are cards that are going to go back up in value. Yu-Gi-Oh players that are not playing these are just throwing these on the market, but these cards will bounce back up. This is a guaranteed value right here. Then we have Chaos Dragon 11 here, $34 market price, stable at $34 for one sale. After that goes up to $36. If you don't have this card, get your play set. I don't care what meta we're in, what game we're in, I don't care. This card will be insane in the future, and Yu-Gi-Oh players will be asking for it to be banned again when this card sees more meta play. This card's absolutely ludicrous. I'm shocked nobody has realized that yet. The market's not confident in this card. I am holding on to a bunch of these cards, and I'm looking to get more, to be honest with you. This is what happens when you see a meta card that gets no meta play. Sad face of meta cards. Invocation Ultimate Rare with a $91 market price is right now $66. After that one's gone, it goes up to $73. Then you got the Secret Rares with a 43s. They're about $36 to $39 right now for Secret Rare Invocations. Super Rare Invocations with a $33 market price is about $30, not tanking, but still down. The values of all these are down because Shadow and Invoke, even though it's a great deck, cannot be played right now. It's an unlocked character as far as the meta. I think Shadow Invoked or Shadow in general, it's gonna be good in Master Rule 5. But those who are looking to get the newer cards and who are excited about the new stuff, well, why get Shadow stuff if you can't use it? Once again, these cards are insanely expensive, and YuGiOh players aren't confident. Even though YuGiOh players are for Magician's Souls, because obviously Moonlights have a couple of variants that are just all insane. To those, we don't know fully if it's going to be the best deck in Master Rule 5. I think it's going to be, but since we don't know fully, this is the value you see. And then we have Power Desires. Coming out of OTS Tournament Pack 11, $120 market price. The card's down to $80. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, even if we didn't have any of this pandemic going around, the card would still do this. It would still do this because the buyout was premature, the value spiked, the card was a lot lower, and $80, like I said, here's a number exactly like I said, is going to be the settle price. This is just doing what it's doing. The card, I think, will go up again in value in the future, and the new settle price will not be $80. But for now, that's the value of this card. It's $80, and it's going to change. So let's talk about Duel Overload, because I know a lot of you guys are excited about Duel Overload. I'm personally really excited. I'm probably going to my store with a full hazmat suit and buy a bunch of Duel Overload, and then run back here and after I decontaminate, go ahead and crack open a bunch of packs. I might do it on YouTube, I might not, but I'll tell you right now, this is a really good set, really good cards, and it has so many factors of why it's not going to be good for value. Let me go over a couple of factors, and I'll tell you why there's some value, but why ultimately this set is just a horrible set. If we didn't have a pandemic, the value of this set will still be low. I'm gonna say it again. If we did not have a pandemic, the value of this set will still be low. The reason is very simple, Paisano. I mean, look, think about it. This set was spoiled a month earlier. That means all the pre-orders for singles, the singles market, those who are thirsty for the delicious singles, who want to go in and grab them and be done with it, well, it's already happened a month before you, in the regular market, can even list these cards. So you're fighting the pre-orders if you do list it early. If you don't list it early, and you list it on release date, you gotta fight those who've had the pre-orders listed for 1 month. How can you beat that? It's a rigged race for those throwing the cards online. Konami, this was a bonehead move. It was a bad move by the company, 100%. Then we got the pandemic, so we got Yu-Gi-Oh! That we can't play for 8 weeks, 2 months at least, minimal, okay? And it's currently getting extended as we go on throughout the day, so we might not get Nationals, we might not get Worlds. We're getting a new Master Rule 5, we're getting a new ban list, but we're getting it in a meta we can't play. Why run to these cards? I personally would run to these to open these for my YouTube channel. Maybe if I didn't have the channel, I might buy 1 or 2 for me and my kids to open. Realistically speaking, there is no faith in these cards for the market. The meta is going to change without these cards seeing a day of play. That's a real possibility. Think of the ban list that's coming up. We have a chance, you have a chance to get these cards, and the card releases a ban list while you still can't play these cards, and then these cards get hit. Unless your locals are still shotgunning events, good luck for them. Good stuff. Or, oh, hold on 1 second. My battery died. Oh, I'm gonna change it. Hold on. I'm still here. I didn't get a chance to change my battery. I'm not gonna edit. I don't edit my videos. I'm just doing one take, guys. Okay. Oh, bad. Yeah. I'm just not doing another take. I'm just doing one video. Anyway. So besides the fact that there's a global pandemic that's making Yu-Gi-Oh! Players that can't play these cards, besides the fact that we're getting a ban list is because the set was released early. The value of a lot of these cards are going to be going down, but there is future value. And I always look into that. I always talk about that, but I'm not talking about that now. I'm going to wait until the release of these cards come out. Then I'll talk about the future value within the cards of Duel Overload. Right now, it's foolish to go around and talk about future value in a set that's not fully out, and I'm just not going to do it. But I will say, looking at cards like Crystal Needle Fiber, its new stable price is about $40. A little bit under its $41 market price. Overall, it was $44 on pre-order initially. We're looking at about $40. I wouldn't spend $20 on this card. I want this card badly, don't get me wrong. I'm just not foolish enough to spend a lot of money on a card in which a meta you cannot play in. And there's a good potential chance for this card to be hit, or for the cards that utilize this card to be hit as well. Do not spend $40. It's a waste of cash. Up next, we have Predator, Planet, Verdant, Anaconda. Now, this was around 20. Looking at the current market price, it's actually now up to 25, which is near its price point as well. Another great card. Impermanence, $23 market price, is about 23s as well. Phantasma is about 17s, and you see in there 17s as well. Silent Mining, $15 up to 50. A lot of the cards are slowly starting to go up because we're slowly starting to come up to release date. After coming to the release date, Yu-Gi-Oh players are getting ready to go ahead and list this online. Yu-Gi-Oh players are going ahead and getting ready to sell these cards. And also, if you notice, guys, for all those who are doing the pre-orders, you can see it over here. There's not as many stores listing pre-orders right now, obviously, because of the pandemic, and they don't want to put a huge workload on. And also because some stores are just doing pre-orders based off product that they already bought. So you bought product already, and you felt like you sold a certain amount because you're playing the guessing game, because short orders, short prints, they probably listed all their cards, sold all their cards at pre-orders because they were the lowest price. And now you turn around and you go, okay, and now these cards are going up in value. Well, because we're hitting a time where the set's going to come out. So everyone's going to be rushing to buy into the cards before the set comes out. We're also hitting a time in which what we're seeing is Yu-Gi-Oh players, Yu-Gi-Oh pre-orders just slow down before a release of a set, which is, once again, this is all natural. This is all, pandemic aside, the set's doing what it does. Celine, Queen of Master Magicians is $6. This card was getting bought out and went back down because hype, and there it goes. Y-Strix is a good card. One, because I'm building Luna Knights for you guys, show you guys on a video, but it's also like $5. It's not a lot of money for Y-Strix. And once again, a lot of these cards are just $5 and below from this point on. After page 1, it's $5 and below. Relinquish Animal, which is an insanely good card, is $4. And you're looking at other cards like Gilgamesh, Samorg, it's $2 ultra rares. This is all these cards. If you want to play Sky Sugars, the Z cards are about $2. I mean, a lot of the values of these cards are just dirt cheap besides page 1, which this is something we see on an existing set. So let me give you an example. We'll grab Appaloosa Bowl of the Goddess, and we'll just compare the page 1 to Appaloosa. And obviously Appaloosa is $100, but even looking at it, page 1 of Appaloosa is relatively expensive still. It ends with Marine's Coral Anemone, which is $12. You go to page 2, and this one isn't even that good of a set, to be honest with you. Get Out is roughly around 5 to 6s, Romulus is 4s, and this is about page 2 value, okay, 5 to 4s. Page 1 is gonna end roughly around, okay, it'll end roughly around $5, okay, and then page 2 is literally 5 to 4s and below. So this is the point I'm trying to show you guys. The value of Duel Overload is the same as value as, and you can look at other previous sets that have been out and have been thrown onto the market and had that expensive page 1 and then page 2, which is not that expensive. I mean, you can grab a bunch of sets and do this with and check it out. It's the same thing. And the reason why is, once again, it's because it's been released early. I do think that Overload's still gonna sell relatively well, but I think Konami's also gonna learn, hopefully, learn from this experience. Realize the fact that Duel Overload didn't do as well because you pre-released a set a month earlier and all the stores pre-released the prices and your singles market just got cleaned up. So when the regular market hit, there's just no one wanting to buy singles anymore because they bought it already. Or those who are willing to buy singles are just gonna wait. Like I'm gonna wait, and you guys more likely are going to wait, which I recommend. I do think opening boxes of Yu-Gi-Oh product is always fun. I will never disagree. I will never disagree about opening boxes. I'm that guy that's like, man, smoking is bad, and then I will smoke. It's hypocritical. I get it. I totally get it. I'm just gonna walk right past it. But I will say, if you do want to get the most value out of Duel Overload, just wait. You can buy the singles whenever you want to. 8 weeks of no Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah, we got plenty of time to see this market prices, for the most part, tank. Will there be spikes in market value? I do believe so. Maybe like 1 or 2 max. And even then, it's not gonna be nowhere near as other spikes in previous cards. We're not gonna see a card go from like $5 to $50 that fast in Duel Overload. I think we know a lot of the ratio stores are getting the product in earlier. We're seeing it under the market. It's just not worth it. So let me explain something to you guys. So the market, that part is done. You can end the video if you want to. I'm gonna talk about this virus, guys. I've been talking about it sporadic with you guys, and I just want to get you guys I want to give you guys a little idea and understanding of where I am with this situation. So I currently live in Kentucky. I have family in New York, Florida. I have family all around, most of the East Coast. And it's definitely something that's not good. I think we're past the point of anyone saying, well, if the flu kills more people. Sure, the flu also didn't come out last November, okay? So let's get past that point. I think we're way past that. I think we're at the point where it's not the end of the world or apocalypse, but I also think it's past the point where we think it's something that's silly. We got to take it more seriously. Now, I posted on my community tab on my Facebook page as well about the possibility of a quarantine. The chance of quarantine are relatively low, guys. I mostly made that post to make fun of Magic the Gathering and went over a lot of people's heads. But I will say there is always a chance of quarantine, and something that you still gotta take seriously. Now, I recently spent past 3 or 4 days, I'll say, about $1,500 cash on supply. Okay, and the reason why is I don't think I would do this if I was not a parent. I have 2 young boys. I'm the head of my household. I don't have any family that lives nearby. So these are all factors that attributed to me spending about $1,500 worth of supplies to get organized and set up and situated properly within my house. Because if a situation if everything ever went, if shit ever hit the fan, I'm not going anywhere for the most part. I have contingency plans. For the most part, I'm not going anywhere, and I'm pretty well bunkered in my house. Now, is there a chance of a quarantine? I do think so. I do think that it's a very serious and real. When the president says, not yet, he's not saying, what? No. Like, imagine if you still can, in times where we didn't have this virus, and someone said, yo, you think we're getting quarantined? You'd be like, no, dummy. But when the president goes, I don't know, probably not. No, let's go with, no, not yet. When you get a not yet, it means it's only a matter of time before it's yet. It's here. With that said, like I said, I went and got a bunch of supplies, obviously food and water and all that stuff. And it's mostly because I as a parent, you get paranoid for your children's safety and sake, and I don't want to be rushing last minute at the supermarkets, and I'm trying to keep me and my family safe. I'll be real with you guys. If you're living by yourself and you're watching this, you might go, whatever, you're crazy me, and that's totally fine. You can go to a dollar store and buy a can of ravioli. Have your own personal chef during the apocalypse. Or whatever you want to call it, quarantine. And you can buy a bunch of those. They're $1 each. You can buy enough to last you a month, 30 bucks. If you're willing to spend 40 bucks on this piece of crap card that's most likely gonna hit by a ban list, you can spend 30 bucks on ravioli, okay? That's what I'm trying to say, okay? How many people go, oh, I don't got the money like that. Oh, really? Let me see a max rated hero deck your putts. No, you got the money, bro. Stop playing games. Or you can sell and liquidate to get the money. A lot of these values are gonna be going down, like I talked about on my video. So, I think you get at least a 1 month supply for yourself. A bottle of water, raviolis, if you can get 2 loaves of bread, that's it. Worst comes to worst, you have water. Are you never gonna drink water? No, of course, you're gonna drink it. Raviolis, that stuff is delicious. There's no reason why you should not have raviolis. I love the crap out of raviolis. And bread, toasted your raviolis. We're not monsters. Eat like a normal person. So if you have to eat once a day, I mean, that's a very cheap meal. We're talking 40 bucks. We're talking a needle fiber to eat once a day, just to sustain yourself. Not even getting the proper intake of what you need, but to sustain yourself for a month. So I just want to throw that out with you guys. Once again, if I wasn't a paranoid parent, this is only as a parent, your parent V. If I was just regular V, bro, I would have got a mini fridge, filled that bad boy up with a bunch of vitamin waters, got me some ramen and raviolis and bread, and called it a day. I would have had it in a corner, laughing the whole time, been chill. But as a parent, you gotta make sure to take care of your family. This is what I do to take care of mine. I also got my father and my other family that's elderly, that if something ever happened, they would more likely come over here, so I got enough food to take care of them. And once again, supplies is, the name of the game, guys. So that's why yesterday I couldn't do a video. I was literally out since 5 in the morning running around. I got home probably around 1 in the afternoon from all the places I've been running around from, all the things I had to go and get. And yeah, now I'm finally here, and I feel a lot more secure within my own household, and hopefully you guys are gonna be okay and stay. That's, of course. And hopefully I'm paranoid about this being a quarantine situation, but I'll tell you right now, when we go from no groups of 500, no groups of 200, no groups of 100, no groups of 50, no groups of 10, what do you think's gonna happen after that? What do you think's that? No groups of 1? No, it's gonna be quarantine. So I do think quarantine is near. Hopefully I'm wrong. I would love to be wrong, but I don't think I'm going to be. And hopefully you guys stay safe. Hopefully you guys get supplies now, because when the quarantine is announced, we're gonna have probably a couple of days, if not maybe even 1 day window, hopefully a couple of days, for you guys to get supplied. If you're not supplied, if you're not ready, it's gonna be a really crappy situation, and that I don't want another YuGoPaisanos to be in. I really don't. Even my haters, I want my haters to eat. Haters gotta hate, and they gotta eat at least. But yeah, guys, hopefully guys, please stay safe. I'll probably do a live stream later on today or tomorrow, I'm still gonna have Market Watch videos. I just want to give you guys an update on all the current meta cards. But there's a lot of cards that are collected cards that are unchanged by this. That are gonna be unchanged even throughout a quarantine. The collector's market's not gonna go crazy. It's gonna be what it is. But the competitive Yu-Gi-Oh market is going to take a hit. The hits on the market of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh cards are going to go lower. It's going to get worse for being a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player. And I personally, I mean, the other day I bought an Ultimate Rare Brotherhood of Fire Fist Exceed guy. I went in and got one for myself because it was like 18 bucks, by the way. But I went and got one for myself. And after I bought it, I just felt almost like, you idiot, it's not gonna matter. But I'm with you guys. I'm with you guys to a degree on buying and playing competitive cards. Even if you're alone in your house, you still have your Yu-Gi-Oh decks. I'm with you. I do the same thing. I obviously, you can see over here, I have more Yu-Gi-Oh decks than I really need, and I don't have nobody here to play with me besides my kids, but they don't play Yu-Gi-Oh, so I just whip them out and practice. It's just fun, and I enjoy it, and it does burn time. But hopefully, you guys can find yourselves a nice, safe place to stay with your family and friends, and yeah, just keep up to date on the news of the situation and the market, because the market is going to change drastically. We're never going to see this ever happen again unless the world ends. I think it's the only thing that's going to be comparable to this. But I think the market is going to do stuff in the next coming couple of weeks that's never ever going to do in the history of this game. And there's going to be buys that I think you should be going in on. And I'll talk about that in the market. And of course, competitive wise, there's a lot of sales you could be doing to unload, to get store credit, so you don't have to spend cash on these buys. Anyway, Paisanos, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. It's your boy V, and you boys have a safe and happy day. See you later, guys.